Welcome to the Dentist Show. Let's jump right in.
Well, welcome to the Dentist Show.
The Dentist Show.
We are back, Jack, at it again, and we haven't been canceled yet, says Ryan.
Barely. We're barely squeaking by. Sometimes we say some things we don't mean.
I got a few texts today saying, so are you guys trying to get canceled or no? Just seeing the legit who we are, the real
Yeah, you're
us.
getting the raw Chase and Ryan here.
The raw. Ryan, you didn't even notice my bookshelves are almost empty.
Oh, actually, you know what's funny? I was staring at them and I was like, something's different.
Something
yeah,
is different.
Chase is moving.
Yep. We are moving in 2 days, so we're almost packed up.
So is it a long move? A couple hours or?
Yeah. Yep. Just a couple homes down, about 5 homes down. It's actually one of the worst moves you can make, I think, 'cause it's so close.
We've done it before where you move like a block away and you literally just are making little loads all day long. Right. Where if we remove a long distance, you can load that U-Haul up, you drive for a few hours or a day, depending on how far you're moving, and then you unload it.
Yeah, you can't go back and forth. Well, I purposely hired movers that'll come on Wednesday.
Are they going to carry boxes individually across the walkway?
Yeah, they're just going to make a line.
Just
I did it so we wouldn't do that.
And it back in like an assembly line or like a daisy chain or something.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly. But I did hire them. I hired a big old truck, so we would not do that. We would not go back 50 million times.
You're so smart.
So hopefully.
Well,
but Raquel already is. She can't wait, so she's already moving out.
Yeah, she's already sleeping in the new house.
Yeah, she's sleeping by herself on the floor with no hot water.
Finally, some decent quiet.
Yeah. Yep, pretty much. She's ready. But yeah, moving out Wednesday. This is our longest home we've ever lived in, 10 years. So.
Well, you and I have talked about this more than once. Is like Cassie and I have this itch. Like, do we sell the house? Do we do something different? Like, it's all the time, right? And I think it's like trauma, dude. Like, we've lived in so many different homes. We've lived in this home the longest we've ever lived anywhere, and it's only been 4 years.
You guys are itching to move.
Yeah, it's like, and we know that that's like dysfunctional.
Yeah,
it's got to be, right?
It definitely is, dude. You guys have some trauma to work out of.
Yeah. Cassie's a therapist. Maybe I should too.
You can just use chat.
Yeah, that's why. Chat and I we've taken a couple days off. I think she's feeling it, so I have to get back at it.
It's awesome. Well, so talking about kind of like life and balance, we wanted to do an episode about balance. Like everybody, I think my entire life since I've graduated, it's been you need to find a work-life balance.
Yeah,
and that's always like, okay, I'm gonna do that.
Well, I think that's why so many people choose dentistry to begin with. Is like you got great work-life balance.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's the one. That's the reason I chose dentistry was I didn't think I'd have to work weekends and I didn't think I'd have to work nights. So I did have like a normal job and I thought they made pretty good money. I did not know when I started. So
yeah. Actually, that's because you think of like an ER doc or something, and they're like. There are these rotating schedules of like 3 on, 7 off, and then like 12 on, and nights and weekends. And I was like, I definitely don't want that. So I'm going to become a dentist.
Yeah. It has great work-life balance.
Yeah. Work-life balance.
Supposedly.
So how great is work-life balance for you? How's it been working out?
Yeah, I think it's that endless pursuit that you never get to.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah. I don't think it exists no matter what career you're in.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think there are. I think there are careers I don't know why, but like an elementary school teacher kind of comes to mind.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of, I think, well, a lot of them do take work home, I guess, to grade papers and stuff. But
well, my thing is, I guess this is probably going way off tangent, but it's like work-life balance. I think implies you work the perfect amount of hours to make the perfect amount of money for your family, and then you're also able to be home with them the perfect amount of time, right?
I got you.
And that perfect, right? So that's to be decided by in the eyes of the holder. But I think I don't think there's very many elementary school teachers out there, to use that example, that would say they make enough money.
Oh yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's a good point. And I think that's the battle, right? Is how do you make enough money and then make enough time for your family and make enough time for you to enjoy your hobbies or
Yeah.
friends. And it seems like there was supposed to be an equation that we were given after we left school or our parents' home. And instead we just hear reels or YouTube clips about you need to find a work-life balance.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those depressing, when you're like, it's kind of like the in seek of happiness, you're never going to find it.
Yeah,
It's
the
same
pursuit of
thing,
happiness is nothing but
the pursuit.
actually, have we talked
We
about
did.
this?
We did when
Yeah.
you're being all depressed and sad. We talked about it.
Yeah, like the pursuit of happiness is like the biggest American lie in the world, right?
Yes.
Like pursue you're the one that told me, and I think I read the book afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
That talks about it. So it's like pursuing happiness implies that you're never gonna be happy. You're just always pursuing it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. You're never allowed to
And-
be happy.
Yeah, and it's something that you have to continue to work for, where I think modern logic would tell you that, like, actually happiness is something you choose way ahead of time.
Yeah. You can choose to just be happy now and
Yeah.
you can
And
try
still
to
work for
prove
something.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that's like the work-life balance. If that's what you want, you're always going to pursue it and never achieve it because it doesn't really exist. And at least in my world, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't think it will ever exist in my world either. As much as I would love it to. You know, there's always something to be pursued. And there's
Yeah, when I thought when I was gonna be a dentist, I thought seriously I'd just go to work from 8 to 5 or whatever,
Yeah.
7 to 4. I did not think there'd be after hours stuff to do because I thought I'd just be working on patients. And here I am putting way more work and hours in. Then I probably work more than most dentists, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Outside the clinic chair, but
Yeah, you have the as a business owner, especially, you have the 9 to 5, if you will, working hours. Not to mention your like morning time where you get to the gym and do all those things. But after that, you're at work, say 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or 8 to 5, whatever it is. And then in our world, from 5 to 9 is when you do everything else that you still have to do for owning the business, right?
right, yeah, it's when you have your meetings or go over numbers or meet with
Make
team
podcasts.
leads and do podcasts. Yeah, that's it. And I've never really liked it. I think a couple of years ago, someone pointed out it's not a work-life balance. But think about seasons. There's seasons in life where it's going to be like when I was in dental school. There was a season where I was all in. I mean, I was in school from 7 in the morning till 10 or 11 o'clock at night and rinse and repeat. And I didn't have. I mean, I bought my wife a dog so she would have someone to be with, because I was at school all day, all night, all weekends. And that was the season. And then there's other parts of dental school, dude, I was checked out. I was golfing, hanging out with the wife.
You mean the 10 o'clock gym sesh that you would take midday, or was that just me?
That was you. But we did have like a more or less tea time at 2 p.m. at Scarlet Golf Course.
Yeah, did you book each other and then all of you call?
Yeah, or just fake patients or whatever.
My wife was the ultimate no-shower, dude. She freaking no-showed so much when I was in middle school. The worst patient.
Got so much gym time.
Anytime we need to go out of town, she'd schedule an appointment and no-show.
Yeah.
Like, shoot, gosh darn it.
Yeah. I think, and then there's other times like in my career where, because I pretty much work Mondays clinically. Sometimes I see a patient or two during the week, and so in that sense, people would say my work-life balance is great, and it is at some days, and then some seasons it's like no, I'm grinding 100 hours a week, or there's some weeks I'm 8 hours in clinic, and then my wife and I are seeing movies or going to lunch or hanging out or building a dumb house or whatever we're doing. So I think it's better to think about seasons because it takes out the guilt when you work in a ton. It takes the guilt out of it. And then if you're spending too much time if you feel like you're not working enough, it takes the guilt out of it because it's just a season. You're spending time with your family and the work that you put in before that is able to support that time that you can step back.
I actually like that a lot because you're 100% right. It's like just like the seasons of the year, as far as, we up in Washington, we have 4 seasons. You have 1.5, but
We don't have seasons.
you have hot and hotter.
We have hot.
Actually, the haboob or whatever that went through, I saw Fox News was like showing some pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was a big one today.
Yeah, dust storms coming through, but
It brought some rain, much needed, lots of rain. So we
That's
loved it.
good.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it like seasons, right? It's like in the winter, ski time all the time. In the summer, it's boating all the time, right? And just like in our lives, it's, in certain times we're heavily focused on the growth and business end of things at work. And then there's other times you're like you said, it's all family and taking it. And your seasons can be 2 to 4 weeks at a time, and it can be months at a time, depending on what phase of life you're in, or what phase of life your kids are in, and what phase of life your business is in.
Yeah. I think it's just trying to take the shame and guilt out of anything we're doing, And I think we can work too much, and we sometimes got to step back and realize what you're giving up. Because everything has consequences, right?
Yeah.
Like you can spend 100% of your time with your family and then not have any money to make memories or whatever. You're not
Your
have money to
mortgage
provide.
or
Yeah, you're asking for not to bring Democrats up again, but you'd be Democrat asking for social welfare for your family that you're not.
I told you gotta stay away from this. You just can't. I even put my Oahu hat on. Like I'm like, that's North Shore. Like I'm trying to be friendly here, man.
But you could be all family life, but then you forget you got to provide for your family. Not only do you provide for your family, and you're supposed to be an example to them how to work and how to provide for a family. And so there's those, you can go all in working, work way too much and not have any family or kids or anything. And that's, people do that. And then you go the other side where you're 100% focused on your kids with no work, no balance, and they don't learn how to be a good worker or work hard.
Yeah, I think that's one of my biggest fears would be that if I ended up on my deathbed and like my kids didn't want to be there or care to be there, right? And I would love for them to say things at my funeral like, he was a really hard worker. He did everything he could to support and provide for our family. And he showed up when we needed him most at this and this and this event, right? It's like more of a balanced answer. But like, I definitely wouldn't want the extremes of that. It's like at my funeral, my kids say, like, not even be there because they didn't care. Or the other way is my kids have like no respect for me because all I did was, I don't know how to say it, but like didn't accomplish anything of significance in my life.
Right.
So
yeah, that's it. You want to accomplish things, and you don't want to destroy your relationships doing it.
yeah. So how do you do that, Chase? What's your secret?
I think if my wife was standing here, she would 100% agree with this.
Look at me yell at her. Raquel, where you at? Get in here.
But what she she recognizes, and I do too. But the answer to your question is, balance isn't about equal time. It's about being present where you are. And
I like that.
Dude, that's my biggest problem. Most of the time and it's usually me with family thinking about work or responding to text about work or having meetings after work about work, or instead of being like, when I'm with my family, it's like no phones, just family. When I'm at work, it's like no phones, it's all work, and just being present where you are.
Yeah. I feel that really hard. Like this little thing right here is like, it takes way too much of my attention when I'm in a room with all my kids and they're talking to me, and then somehow a text comes through and then all of a sudden I'm deep into my phone within seconds. Like it's so easy. My neighbor, actually, he does something that I am the most envious of. His wife doesn't do it because she can't do it mentally, if you will, but he does. He said at 6:00 every day, phone gets muted, put in his room. He doesn't look at it till the next day.
I'm getting better at that. That's kind of like, what's any thought to some of my team members. I've talked to some of them, but so I don't think I'm just ghosting them. But I don't respond to text most nights. Just
that's good.
But you could totally turn off your phone. I think that'd be, and not only like is it just work, but also could be like you're spending time with family, and you're on TikTok or I'm on YouTube a lot.
Yeah, that's
that thing.
That would be maybe I definitely didn't specify. It's like you get that text message, so then you respond to work, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's TikTok or Instagram or, right? Yeah. And it's so hard to like, our brains love that hit of like, looking at the videos and stuff. And I think that, you and I being the professionals that we are, we've obviously been able to master some control over our lives. But somehow it's so easy still to fall into distractions. And if that's not your drug of choice, if Instagram's not your drug of choice, there's other things that like other hobbies and stuff that people do that just take up their whole focus. And so being present where you are, I think that's awesome, Chase. It's a great philosophy, is like whatever you're doing, be present for it.
Yeah. And I am like the worst at it. So I can say it in one side of my mouth and not do it in the other. Yeah. Because even that's like, I do it all the time. I'm at work, I'm on Reels, I'm at home, I'm working, I'm at church, I'm sleeping or on Reels or something.
Amazon.
So, Amazon shopping. Yeah, lately it's been buying furniture or price shopping barbecue equipment.
Yeah. What barbecue did you end up getting?
I think we're going with the Yoder smoker and a Blaze griddle.
Okay, so is that Blaze similar to like Blackstone style? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I freaking like, if you guys haven't grilled on a grill top like that, like Blackstone or what was the one?
It's called Blaze. It's just that little larger. Yeah.
They are freaking awesome, man. Like I can throw my grill on, turn it on high. After I've seasoned my meat, I just let it sit in there. I'll take the steaks out there, 1 minute on one side, or I season it with butter. 1 minute on one side, flip it 3 minutes, off the grill they go. And some of them, just by thickness, are going to be more rare, and some of them are going to be less, and everyone in the family gets a cut that they like.
Yeah, I like it. Raquel's going to like it because I will stop. Because we do that. I do that similar on a cast iron pan in a kitchen.
Yeah. But now she doesn't have to smell it.
Yes, especially with like fish and steak.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to start doing more is fish on there. I just haven't been to Alaska in a couple of years. We're out of fish.
Oh, really? I'm not. So one thing, we talked about Dan Sullivan in the past, and he has, I forget what they're called, but he intentionally schedules your week. So you have like planning day.
Yeah.
And so there's no like really work for us. There won't be like clinical days. It wouldn't be for me meeting with team members, but it'd be more like planning day.
Yeah.
And that can be personal and work related. And then he has a day where it's like a free day where it's like no work, no phone. It's, if you have a family, it's 100% family. If you don't have family, then it's 100% like your hobby. It's getting away 100%. So it's more like immersion days. So you're not trying to do work and family, but you're totally immersing yourself in one. On their free day, it'd be like your family or yourself. You totally step away from work, and I think that would be super helpful if I could do that.
Yeah, I think it would be. I think my limitation with that, and I know it's wrong, is like, and this is so wrong. It's like, well, what if someone needs me? Right?
Dude, you're always worried about that.
Yeah. Well, what if someone needs me? What if someone at work or something at work needs my attention? And what my honest truth is that either they figure it out or we'll take care of it tomorrow. Like that's the reality of it, right?
Yeah. And probably the best leadership quality you could have is just they'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I trust in them to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. And when they do something you wouldn't do, it's not like a reprimand. It's more like, hey, that's time, think this way.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's like, yeah, you went about it a different way than I would have, and it got done.
Yeah,
that's good.
And that's something that's been way more possible for me over the years. But early on, it's tough to like. I guess that's probably something that a lot of dentists struggle with is they're experts in their field, and they're a lot of times, the ones that put the longest hours and time to get into the career they're in the room, if you will, it's really easy to think that they're the best at it and they're the end all be all when it comes to decision making. And I think you and I can both agree that letting our team make the decisions is super powerful.
Yeah. 100%.
Empowering them, teaching them, think how we would think, and then let them make the decisions. And then a lot of times I learn from them.
Yeah. Because they do it totally different than we would. And they're usually bright. It works well.
Yeah.
And that's how you free up more time, is by delegating and empowering those. And that's how others get to make more money and have more stewardship, and then also create more freedom for themselves, is by having founders and leaders that trust them.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes, like this part, I've always been active more or less, but I've definitely been fat the last few years. And so there's sometimes, although I still work out and I'm still fat, but sometimes the season you're in is your health. Like, you're all in. Like, at one time I was doing triathlons and every day working out, every day watching what I was eating. And then other days, the last couple of years, it's like, dude, I'm eating whatever I want. I'm so stressed, or stress eating, or blah, 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 or he's fat. They not worry about that, but you're hanging out with your family more. You're socialized, because eating healthy is not very sociable.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. And then sometimes practice growth is the priority. Sometimes it's actually not trying to be growing, but you're trying to actually make some money. So it's like not less growing the top line revenue and growing the bottom line. Sometimes it's family, like you've neglected the family, or they've been on the sideline for a little too long. So then you go 100% after your family, and none of them are incorrect. They're all okay. And they all kind of blend together at times. And I think that's the key, is just immerse yourself where you are, be present.
Yeah. And I forget if there's anyone specific who coined this, but I think it is helpful. Like you're saying, it's like how Sullivan have a planning day and stuff like that. I think planning your year helps with that too. So like, what's that? You put the rocks in first, then the gravel, then the sand
and water.
Right?
Yeah.
And so the whole theory on that is like, look at your annual calendar and put the rocks or the most important things to you at that time on the calendar.
Yeah.
Block it off, make it a priority. Then you take your next smallest things or leading measures, or if you will, towards those rocks in that calendar. And then the sand and all of that stuff will fill in the rest of it. But it's really easy to, or not really easy. It's easier to shut off the noise of the sand and the gravel if you know what your rocks are.
Yeah.
And that's something that I'm trying to work on big time.
Yeah. Yeah. Decide what those rocks are and make sure they get planned. If that's family time or vacation time or whatever it is, get that scheduled first. I love that. I like that. I think we kind of made that commitment with our family. For example, is every spring break we're doing international trip. Each kid's picking where we're going. This year we went to Australia. Next year we're going to Japan. And that's at those 2 weeks in March. We're fortunate to have off in Arizona.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So, for an example, for anyone who wants to
You said, are you going to Okinawa, or are you going to do like Tokyo, Okinawa, a few things?
Dude, when we go, so the whole point of this for me was to like have the kids live a culture that's not ours. And what ended up happening in Australia, it's like full tourist mode. How much can we get in 2 weeks? You know? So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen in Japan. We're going to hit everything as fast as possible.
You got to hit Disneyland there, right? Isn't there a Disneyland?
Dude, everyone tells us at the top spot. It's like $25 or something.
I heard it's like, and the food there is different. I heard everybody says it's the best Disneyland because of the price. So it's like so fun.
Yeah. And not super crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing that. Tokyo, Osaka. No, that sounds like a drink. Okinawa. There's a place that we're going to visit that is kind of like old school Japan. So no one speaks English. It's going to be super awkward.
Chesney and Lincoln, for those of you that don't know, are my son-in-law and my daughter Chesney. They live in Hawaii. and they were texting Cassie and I just like, hey, tickets to get to Okinawa and Tokyo are so cheap right now. They're doing like a flash sale for like $350.
Oh my gosh.
Right. And I'm like, okay, I'm kind of in. Let's check it out. Well, Chesney and Lincoln live already halfway to Japan, right? So
yeah,
it was $350 for them to get there. It's like $1,100 or $1,200 for us to get there.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's about what it is for us.
Yeah, and so
the cheap seats.
So Chesney and Lincoln are going to Okinawa.
Oh, okay, cool. Maybe they give some heads up.
Yeah, actually, yeah, they're pretty good travelers. They're cheap, so you won't stay where they'll stay.
Yeah, true.
They're college.
They're still newlyweds in college.
Yeah.
Their trip will be less.
Let's put it this way: Raquel will not stay where Chesney and Lincoln.
It's true. Yeah, I need a good mattress for my back.
Yeah, actually, that's yeah. You're the soft boy that needs a good bed for your back.
Yeah, I'm the old
and
man.
I just want one for my back too. Not that I need one.
That's right.
So
well, I think if you're struggling with the guilt or shame of not having balance in your life, I think you can just pass that to the side and realize that none of us do.
Yeah.
None of us have a work-life balance. Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it's like crazy. It is actually insanity to try to believe, and we all do. We, even those, you and I who are talking about it, like, are gonna go 3 weeks down from now and be like, I'm not really like doing the things I want to do as important as I want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like throw the guilt and the shame away with it, like you're saying, and live in the moment while trying to plan for the future. Like it's all there.
Be present. Delete your social apps. I do this from time to time. It's probably due to do that again. And then just be present. So,
it's been super helpful for me, not to like talk about Instagram too much or Facebook. I took my Instagram, my Facebook, and TikTok, and I put them on the very last page of my apps.
Yeah, I do that.
So I don't see the bubbles.
Yeah.
So nothing excites me with that, right? And I only go there when I consciously choose to go there. It's not like not the bubble like enticing me.
Mm-hmm. I will sporadically like just randomize them so they're on different pages. Like I actually, so you have to like, and there's like tons of apps.
Yeah,
so you have to like search for them. But it's usually YouTube's my problem. I like YouTube. I like YouTube Reels.
Yeah, and do you like watching us on YouTube? Is that what it is?
I'm the one guy that likes Reels. See one like, that's me.
All right. Well, hey, the struggle's real, and you're enough, and don't worry about prioritizing having the perfect work-life balance. Worry about prioritizing what matters most to you at the moment. It matters most to you.
Perfect. Love it. But make sure to subscribe and like us so we stick around and not get canceled.
Yeah. Oh, we still might get canceled. They might not have a choice in that after the things you've been saying.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for listening to The Dentist Show. We hope that this episode helped you make smiles about more than teeth. To get more resources to grow as a dentist and to learn more about Chase and Ryan, go to thedentistshow.com or just follow the link in the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, share with another dentist in your life and help us grow the movement. And be sure to rate and review wherever you're listening.